From Farmers Branch City Hall, hello everyone and welcome to Council Countdown, where if you give us just a few minutes, we're going to bring you a rundown of everything you need to know for the next City Council meeting agenda. I'm Tom Bryson with this Council Countdown for the upcoming City Council meeting of Tuesday, July 12th, 2016. Just a reminder, this is the only scheduled council meeting this month. First up, after ceremonial items and a report on study session, members of the council will consider items placed on the consent portion of the agenda. Consent items are items to be considered with action taken that may not need individual explanation or discussion during the meeting. There are 7 items on the July 12th consent agenda. Agenda item G1 is to consider approval of the minutes of the City Council meeting of June 21st, 2016. Item G2 is to consider excusing the absence of Mayor Bob Phelps from the June 21st regular City Council meeting. As a matter of practice, the City Council has excused the absence of a City Council member when a member has a pre-noticed excusable absence. By excusing an absence, a City Council member is not penalized by using one of the 3 unexcused absences allowed under the City Charter. Agenda item G3 is to consider rescheduling the January 2017 City Council meeting dates. City Council discussed moving the January 2017 meeting dates during their June 21st study session. This agenda item is to consider rescheduling those meeting dates from the traditional 1st and 3rd Tuesdays to the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays in January due to council meeting scheduling conflicts. Under the Farmers Branch City Charter, Section 2.13, only the City Council, in a regular or special meeting, can authorize the canceling of a regular City Council meeting. This action can be done by motion or resolution and on a case-by-case basis. Agenda item G4 is to consider adopting Resolution number 2016-061, authorizing the City Manager to approve the buy-board purchase of 1 replacement grapple brush truck for the Public Works Solid Waste Division in an amount not to exceed $170,919 from MHC Kenworth. The 2015-16 Fixed Asset Fund for Vehicle and Equipment Replacement includes 1 replacement grapple brush truck for the Public Works Solid Waste Division. The City of Farmers Branch requested a quotation through the city's purchasing program through Buy Board Purchasing Cooperative. City administration evaluated the quotation and desires to award the purchase of the replacement equipment to MHC Kenworth. The 2015-16 budget amount for the grapple brush truck vehicle is $210,000. The quotation is $39,081 under the anticipated budget amount. City administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-061. Agenda item G5 is to consider adopting Resolution number 2016-062, authorizing the City Manager to approve the buy-board purchase of 1 replacement excavator trailer for the Public Works Utilities Division in an amount not to exceed $70,000 from Vermeer, Texas, Louisiana. The 15-16 Fixed Asset Fund for Vehicle and Equipment Replacement includes 1 replacement excavator trailer for the Public Works Utilities Division. The City requested a quotation through the purchasing program through the Buy Board Purchasing Cooperative. City administration evaluated the quotation and desires to award the purchase to Vermeer, Texas, Louisiana. The budget amount for the excavator trailer is $65,000. Now, the quotation received is $5,000 over the anticipated budgeted amount, which will be funded through available funds in the Fixed Asset Fund. City administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-062. Agenda item G6 is to consider approving Resolution number 2016-063, authorizing the City Manager to execute an application and agreement for an irrevocable standby letter of credit with J.P. Morgan Chase. Due to a permit modification at the Camelot landfill, the landfill closure and post-closure care cost estimates have increased, and the City exceeds the allowable environmental obligation ratio by $5.336 million. The Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, or TCEQ, requires additional financial assurance from the City to cover the landfill closure and post-closure care cost estimated increase. The TCEQ will accept financial assurance in the form of an irrevocable standby letter of credit from the City's depository bank, J.P. Morgan Chase. The likelihood of this letter of credit instrument being activated is very remote and only would be necessary if the City has no funding available to pay for the closure and post-closure costs when they occur 20-plus years from now. The annual cost of this annually renewing, if needed, financial assurance is a 1% commission of $53,360. There will also be a $500 issuance fee. These fees will be charged to the City's landfill closure post-closure fund. City administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-063. And agenda item G7 is to consider approving Resolution number 2016-064, awarding unit price bids for the annual purchase of chemicals and fertilizers for the Parks and Recreation Department. The Parks and Recreation Department requests bids for their annual supply of chemicals and fertilizers. Bidding an annual supply increases staff efficiency and is more cost efficient than buying individual items numerous times throughout the year. Bid requests were advertised and sent to 7 vendors. 6 bids were received and opened on May 24th. Vendors were notified in the specifications that the quantities were estimates and that the city may purchase adjusted quantities of each product. The low bids received met specifications on all items and totaled $85,515.96. There is $100,500 budgeted in the annual supply of chemicals and fertilizers. The balance of that account will be utilized to purchase other fertilizers that cannot be included due to price volatility. Easy to say. City Administration recommends approving Resolution number 2016-064. Now that was it for the consent agenda. Here are the other regular session items coming up before the council at their regular session this upcoming meeting. Agenda item H1 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3378 to repeal and terminate the existing specific use permit allowing a gas well drilling facility at 11500 Mathis Drive. Agenda item H2 is to conduct a public hearing and consider adopting ordinance number 3379 to repeal and terminate the existing specific use permit allowing a gas well drilling facility at 12651 Mercer Parkway. Agenda item H3 is to conduct a public hearing and to consider adopting ordinance number 3380 granting Crown Castle USA a specific use permit to replace the expired interim SUP for the existing cellular monopole tower at 4515 LBJ Freeway. And item I1 is to consider approving resolution number 2016-060, amending resolution number 2016-037 by establishing the number of members, creating an ex officio member, and appointing a member to the Sustainability Committee. The council may recess into closed session, but will then reconvene into regular session to take any necessary action. And that will do it for the July 12th agenda. Every regular meeting of the Farmers Branch City Council can be seen live on FBTV, that is Time Warner Cable Channel 16 in Farmers Branch, AT&T UVerse Channel 99 throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, or online at www.farmersbranchtx.gov. This City Council information program will be made available simultaneous to agenda posting on the Friday before each regular council meeting and will air prior to the live meeting as well as before all council meeting replays here on FBTV. That replay schedule is at 6 p.m. 7 days a week. In the meantime, the July 12th meeting of the City Council starts at 6 p.m. Tuesday evening here at Farmers Branch City Hall. We hope to see you here. Until then, for everyone here in the studio, I'm Tom Bryson. You're watching Council Countdown on FBTV. We'll see you next time.